So a simple Beretta 92FS. I know some of you guys out there have them. Different versions like the M9A1 or the Beretta 92FS. A simple classic design. You got your single action, double action mode. This is kind of a downfall, I think, to the gun, is it's got the decocker, which works exactly like it should. But you notice the safety lever stays down and it gives you a dead trigger. If the gun's already decocked, I don't think it needs to have a manual safety too. And problems my son has had is, like, if you'll get a malfunction in the gun, he'll go and he'll charge the gun, come back up and go to shoot, and you'll have a dead trigger. But we've been working on this Girsan Regard MC Deluxe. I can't tell you how badass this trigger actually turned out. It's got like the world's shortest reset, and it works. You know, it's got the Wilson magazine release. It's got some gold screws. It's got a redesigned trigger, a redesigned hammer, which are both Wilson parts. Internal springs, blah 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 blah. It's got Wilson Combat plug on it. Wilson Combat magazine release. I don't know if I said that. But what we've did today is called a G conversion. You still have the ambidextrous levers. You still have the ability to decock the firearm. But this is the money maker right here. You see that? You decock the gun. Watch this lever. And it goes right back into the ability to fire. It's called a G conversion, and Beretta makes it. It's a pretty simple kit. Had we never had this gun apart, it may have been a little more difficult to assemble, but we've had this gun apart a couple times now, so it was pretty simple. Beretta, the design of this firearm is nuts. The amount of pins, springs, detents that are involved, but it's absolutely a easily done part, or a conversion, or an upgrade. And anybody out there with a Beretta, I would 100% say go ahead and do the full Wilson package like we did with the G conversion. The only question you'll ever have is, why didn't you do that sooner? The parts work for Girsan. The parts work for Berettas. A Girsan is 100% clone correct, NATO approved sample. The only real difference between a Beretta and the Girsan is the lock and blocks on the Girsan are just a touch different. But every part from a Beretta is 100% 1-to-1 versus the Girsan. They're all interchangeable parts. So for like us, where we got this nice shiny gold gun, to do the upgrades and make it more shootable are well worth the money. So even if you had the basic black Regard, and you saved yourself some money, right? You saved a few $100s on the purchase of the gun. That few $100, I would say, put into your fire control unit, trigger, springs, hammer, and so on. But definitely that G conversion, I think, is great. And if it were a carry gun, I would say that could actually probably save your life. If you're fighting and your gun ends up out of battery or something and you're forced to rack it, most of us rack a gun back there. That allows your gun to go right back into the ability to fire. So that's what I got for you guys.